This is one of the closest MVP races in recent history. We have 4 players that have a valid argument for taking the trophy home. We have Jokic, who already got 3 MVPs, but him averaging almost a 30-point triple-double is going to be hard to deny him his 4th one. We have Wembanyama in only his 3rd year having one of the greatest defensive seasons of all time. We have Luka Doncic that's averaging 34 points and averaged almost 40 points for an entire month. And we got the favorite SGA, who's averaging one of the most efficient 30-point seasons of all time. Now, all 4 of these players are worthy of winning the MVP, but there's only one award. Who's going to win it? That answer is going to switch up depending on who you ask. Let's start with Nikola Jokic, because to be quite honest, his MVP argument might be the most complete out of all 4 of them. We're not just talking scoring here. Jokic is giving you everything. Elite scoring, elite rebounding, elite playmaking, something we almost never see from a big man. This isn't just a big man putting up big numbers. This is an entire offense running through him. What separates Jokic from almost everybody else is his efficiency. He's not just putting up big numbers, he's doing it without forcing shots, without wasting possessions, and without hurting his team. Every time he touches the ball, something good happens, and that's real value. The Denver Nuggets offense doesn't just feature Jokic, it depends on him. He's the scorer, the facilitator, the decision maker. He's basically the system. Take Jokic off that team, everything changes, and that's what being the most valuable really means. Look at the players around him. Jokic elevates everybody. Cutters get easy buckets. Shooters get open looks. Role players look better than they actually are, and that's because of him. That's something stats don't always show, but that's something you can't ignore. Night after night, Jokic delivers. There's no off switch. There's no disappearance. Just consistent dominance. And in an MVP race this tight, consistency matters more than anything. So if you define MVP as the player who impacts the game in every possible way, controls the offense, and makes everyone around him better, then Jokic might have the strongest case in the entire league. Now let's talk about SGA, because his MVP case might be the most efficient dominance we've seen in a long time. SGA is averaging over 31 points per game, which already puts him amongst the top scorers in the league. But here's where it gets scary. He's doing it around 66-67% true shooting. To put that into perspective, that's elite efficiency for a role player, not a high volume scorer. And this isn't just good. This is historic territory. SGA is one of the very few players in NBA history putting up 30+ points per game while shooting over 65% true shooting. That combination almost never happens. We're talking about scoring volume like a superstar with efficiency closer to a center catching lobs. And it's not like he's relying on threes either. SGA lives in the mid-range, gets to the rim and lives at the free throw line, yet he's still this efficient. That's what makes it even more impressive. He's scoring in the hardest areas on the floor and is still not wasting possessions. SGA doesn't just have big nights, he's consistent at an all-time level. He set an NBA record with over 130 straight games scoring 20+ points. That's just not scoring, that's controlled, efficient production every single night. And if you go deeper into the numbers, it gets even crazier. SGA is leading the league in win shares, meaning his impact directly translates to winning. So it's not empty efficiency, it's winning basketball. At this point, SGA isn't just efficient, he's redefining what efficient scoring looks like for a superstar guard. So if MVP is about scoring at an elite level and not wasting possessions and doing it night after night, SGA might be your guy. Now let's talk about Luka Doncic, because his MVP case isn't strong, it's historic when it comes to scoring. Luka is averaging 33.4 points per game, which leads the entire NBA. So right off the bat, you're talking about the best scorer in the league this season. And then you look at what he just did recently. In 1 month, Luka dropped 600 total points. That puts him in a group of only 10 players in NBA history to ever do that. This isn't just consistent scoring, this is explosive scoring. 60-point game this season, multiple 50-point performances, 6 40-plus point games in a single month. That's not normal, that's taking over basketball. He's had stretches where he's just been unstoppable. 12 straight 30-point games. Multiple streaks of 30-plus point performances. That's not just getting hot, that's sustaining dominance. And here's what makes it even crazier. During his recent run, Luka averaged 38 points per game while shooting nearly 50% from the field and over 40% from three. That's elite scoring on elite efficiency under maximum defensive pressure. And it's not empty stats either. The Lakers are currently sitting in third in the Western Conference and just went 15-2 in the month of March. At this point, Luka isn't just scoring, he's putting together one of the greatest scoring seasons we've ever seen. So if MVP is about being the best scorer in the league, putting up historic numbers, and doing it while your team is winning, then Luka Doncic has a real argument. And then there's Victor Wembanyama. Wemby isn't just a good defender, he's already the best defender in the NBA. We're talking about leading the league in blocks, altered shots, and players literally avoiding the paint when he's there. That's not normal, that's generational. Wemby is putting up over 3 blocks per game, something we haven't seen at this level in years. And it's not just blocks, it's the presence. He's changing entire offensive game plans just by being on the floor. We always talk about offense when it comes to MVPs, but defense matters too. And Wemby might be the most impactful defensive player in the league already. That's value that doesn't always show up in basic stats, but shows up in wins and possessions and how the teams play against you. And here's what makes it even scarier. He's not just a defender. Wemby is giving you almost 25 points per game, stretching the floor, handling the basketball, and creating mismatches everywhere. So now you're talking about a player who impacts both ends of the court at an extremely high level. There's never been a player built like this. 7'4", elite rim protection, perimeter skills, scoring ability. He's not just playing the game, he's changing the game. Wemby doesn't just impact the game, he warps it. So if MVP is about total impact, offense and defense, and changing the way teams have to play, then Victor Wembanyama might have the most unique case out of anyone. So you got Jokic, the all-around genius. SGA, the efficiency king. Luka, the legendary scorer. And Wemby, the two-way game changer. I'm not picking one because depending on how you define most valuable, any one of them could win it. But now I gotta ask you, who's your MVP? Get in the comments and let me know. Is this one of the closest MVP races of all time? And let me know, who do you think should win? I thank y'all for rocking with me. I am Mega. I'm up out of here.